Reality TV news and gossip. The mess is messing, the cameras are rolling, and somebody needs to hide the receipts. Reality TV never clocks out. While regular people are trying to make it through the week without arguing in the group chat, reality stars are out here turning friendships, marriages, vacations, reunions, podcasts, Instagram comments, and luxury vans into full-blown entertainment franchises. And this week, the reality TV mess is messing. From housewives throwing shade on international road trips to married at first sight relationships falling apart before the experiment even reaches the finish line, the reality TV universe has once again reminded us that peace was never on the call sheet. So grab your popcorn, charge your phone, and let's get into the latest reality TV tea. Teacup housewives are still serving the drama. If you thought putting 7 housewives together for the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, Roaring 20th would result in mature conversations, healing, sisterhood, and everybody behaving like adults, congratulations, you clearly have not been watching Housewives for the last 20 years. The special is celebrating 2 decades of the Real Housewives franchise and brings together Vicki Gunvalson, Luann de Lesseps, Porsha Williams, Teresa Giudice, Kyle Richards, Gizelle Bryant, and Lisa Barlow. The group is traveling across multiple locations rather than simply sitting around one resort pretending they don't hate each other. And naturally, Teresa and Vicki have already managed to create some tension. During a recent episode, Teresa confronted Vicki after Vicki made comments about someone being mean. Teresa wasn't about to sit there pretending she didn't know exactly where the smoke was going. The conversation became uncomfortable when Vicki's previous, "pay your taxes" remark resurfaced. Teresa explained that comments like that hit differently because of her very public legal history. Vicki attempted to distance herself from the remark, but Luann apparently wasn't buying the explanation. And Teresa basically gave the housewives equivalent of, "Oh, so that's what we're doing today. Ma'am, the van had barely left the driveway. This is why housewives' vacations are dangerous." Somebody says, "Let's all have fun." 3 hours later somebody is crying. 5 hours later somebody is threatening to leave. 7 hours later somebody is calling their attorney. And by breakfast, everybody is sitting around acting like nothing happened. NeNe Leakes is back in the conversation. Another major reason fans are paying attention to Roaring 20th is the appearance of NeNe Leakes. Nene's return has generated plenty of excitement because she remains one of the most recognizable personalities in Housewives history. The special is essentially Bravo opening the vault and saying, "Remember when reality television was completely unhinged?" And fans remember. Nene didn't need a 14-person production team to create a moment. She could walk into a room, look at somebody, pause for 3 seconds, and somehow the entire internet had a new meme. That's a talent. Meanwhile, the current Housewives universe sometimes feels like everybody has taken a social media class called How to Manufacture an Iconic Moment in 30 seconds or less. Fans have noticed. One recurring complaint among reality TV viewers is that some newer casts appear overly conscious of the cameras and social media reaction. A Reddit discussion this week reflected that frustration, with viewers saying they miss casts who seemed less interested in creating iconic moments and more interested in simply being messy, complicated people. And honestly, that might be the Real Housewives scandal. The cameras aren't supposed to be the only thing watching. The fans are watching too. Nail care RHONJ is finally moving again. Meanwhile, New Jersey fans can finally breathe. After a roughly 2-year hiatus, The Real Housewives of New Jersey Season 15 has wrapped filming. Melissa Gorga confirmed the season has finished filming and described the experience as fun, stressful, and reminiscent of the show's earlier days. Now here's where the gossip gets interesting. Teresa Giudice, Melissa Gorga, and Joe Gorga have reportedly repaired their relationship after years of family conflict. Yes, the Gorgas and Teresa, the family feud that practically became its own television character, has entered a new chapter. Teresa and Melissa have spent years giving fans everything from screaming matches to family accusations to holiday tension. Now we're supposed to believe everybody is ready to turn the page. Well, reality TV fans have seen this movie before. The problem isn't necessarily reconciliation. The problem is that Housewives fans have been trained to ask, but is it real? And that's the question Season 15 will have to answer. Because if the family really has healed, that's wonderful. But if the cameras turn on and suddenly somebody remembers an argument from Thanksgiving 2014? Well, pour the wine. Tangerine Orange County is still Orange County. Over in Orange County, Shannon Better continues to find herself surrounded by commentary. Former RHOC producer Patrick McDonald recently made harsh claims about Shannon, describing her in extremely negative terms and alleging difficult behavior during production. Gina Kirschenheiter pushed back on those allegations, saying she had not personally witnessed the behavior described. Shannon has also denied mistreatment and discussed the situation publicly. And this is where reality TV gossip gets complicated. Because we have to remember something. A producer's accusation is still an accusation. Fans can speculate, cast members can respond, podcasts can discuss it, social media can explode, but unless there's evidence, viewers shouldn't automatically treat one person's version of events as established fact. Reality television already edits our perception of people enough. We don't need to become unpaid producers in the comment section. That said, you know the fans are going to investigate. Somebody somewhere is already comparing episodes, interviews, Instagram posts, reunion footage, and body language like they're preparing a federal case. The internet said, "Let me pull up season 18. Heartbreak Married at First Sight has another problem." Now let's talk about Married at First Sight, because apparently the word, married, continues to scare the hell out of everybody involved. Season 20 is delivering exactly what fans have come to expect. Awkward conversations, questionable compatibility, emotional breakdowns, and people discovering that marrying a stranger may not be as simple as matching personality profiles on a spreadsheet. Nick Uhlenhuth and Courtney Landis ended their relationship 2 weeks before the experiment was scheduled to conclude. During a group therapy session, the couple acknowledged that they didn't have the romantic connection necessary to continue. Courtney ultimately said they were wrong for each other. And viewers were divided. Some people felt Courtney was too harsh. Others believed she was finally being honest. The experts also defended aspects of her behavior, suggesting that what viewers interpreted as harshness could be connected to her desire for authenticity and emotional connection. But here's the thing about MAFS. Everybody gets married first and figures out the compatibility later. That's like buying a house before checking whether the roof exists. Congratulations. Here's your spouse. Do we like each other? We'll find out after the honeymoon. Sir. Candle sad news for the MAFS family. Unfortunately, reality television isn't always about petty arguments and reunion reads. Former Married at First Sight participant Ryan DeNino has died at age 40. DeNino appeared on season 2 in 2015, where he married Jessica Castro. Their relationship eventually ended after significant conflict, and Castro later filed for a restraining order. DeNino denied the allegations at the time. His family has not publicly disclosed a cause of death. Jessica Castro expressed condolences following his death and said she had not been in contact with him for years. This is one of those moments when the gossip needs to stop. Reality stars may become characters to viewers, but they're still real people. Fans watched Ryan's relationship unfold on television more than a decade ago. Whatever opinions viewers had about that marriage, his death is a reminder that there is a human being behind the episode, the storyline, the headlines, and the social media arguments. Condolences to his family and loved ones. Kiss Mark. Love Island USA isn't done yet. And then there's Love Island USA. The villa may have closed, but the drama didn't get the memo. Season 8's A Reunion is scheduled for August 31st on Peacock, hosted by Ariana Madix and Andy Cohen. The reunion brings the cast back together to discuss relationships and the social media drama that followed the season. And if you have watched reality television for more than 5 minutes, you already know what that means. Somebody is going to say, "That's not what happened." Somebody else will say, "Roll the clip." The audience will scream. Andy will lean forward. Ariana will stare. And somewhere in the back of the studio, somebody will realize they should have deleted the tweet 3 months ago. The reunion is also expected to feature the finalist couples, along with eliminated contestants and Casa Amor participants. Which means we could be getting receipts, explanations, reactions, "We're just friends," and the most dangerous sentence in reality television, "I don't have anything against her." Whenever somebody says that, prepare yourself. Because they absolutely have something against her. Tears of joy. Reality TV's favorite word, authentic. Reality stars love saying the word, authentic. I'm just being authentic. I wanted to be authentic. My journey is authentic. Meanwhile, the camera is positioned at exactly the right angle, the lighting is perfect, somebody has 3 microphones, and production has apparently been standing behind the door for 45 minutes waiting for the argument to begin. Reality television has changed. Social media has changed it even more. Years ago, you could watch an episode and wait until next week. Now, the argument begins at 8:07 p.m. At 8:12, Somebody posts a cryptic Instagram story. At 8:18, the other person likes a comment. At 8:23, a cousin goes live. At 8:31, somebody's ex-boyfriend appears in the comments. By midnight, 3 podcasts are recording. By breakfast, everybody has a statement. And by lunchtime, the fans have chosen sides. Messy, money bag, and then there's the influencer problem. Here's another debate heating up among reality TV fans. Are reality shows becoming too focused on influencers? Fans increasingly complain that some contestants arrive already knowing exactly how to behave on television. They know what gets clipped. They know what gets posted. They know how to create a TikTok moment. They know when to cry. They know when to leave. They know exactly which sentence will become a meme. And viewers are starting to wonder, where are the genuinely messy people? Not people pretending to be messy. Not people who studied previous seasons. Not people who created a personality specifically for television. Give us somebody who accidentally says something ridiculous at dinner and doesn't realize the entire table is staring at them. Give us the auntie who didn't read the production notes. Give us the husband who thought confessional meant confession. Give us chaos. Revolving Light Bravo may be looking for new territory. And Bravo may be thinking about exactly that. Reports have surfaced that Bravo is developing a possible Real Housewives of Montana series centered around the Gallatin County area. The project has not been officially confirmed, but reports suggest producers are interested in an affluent community with old money and new money dynamics and want a cast with genuine pre-existing relationships. Now imagine that. Real Housewives of Montana. Instead of champagne on a yacht, somebody is arguing beside a horse. Instead of a rooftop restaurant, they're fighting at a ranch. Instead of, don't come for me, we get, don't come for my cattle. I am already seated. And if there is one wealthy woman wearing 6-inch heels while walking through a field. Bravo, you have my attention. Motorboat Summer House meets Below Deck. Reality TV crossovers are also coming. A Summer House and Below Deck Mediterranean crossover has been filmed and is expected to premiere in 2027. The crossover brings Summer House personalities aboard a yacht in Greece, with Captain Sandy and Aisha Scott involved. Now this is the kind of crossover that could get dangerous. Because Summer House people already know how to party. Below Deck people already know how to deal with people partying. Put them together on a yacht. Somebody is losing a shoe. Somebody is crying in a bathroom. Somebody is saying, I didn't come here for this. And the captain is probably thinking, why did I sign up for this? Reality TV is not dead, it's evolving. Despite everybody constantly declaring that reality television is over, the genre keeps reinventing itself. Housewives are celebrating 20 years. Love Island continues generating social media conversation. Married at First Sight keeps testing whether strangers can actually build relationships. New dating formats are being developed. Crossovers are being filmed. And networks continue searching for the next big cast capable of dominating social media. Netflix is even developing an interactive dating format called Will You Marry Me, where viewers will have a role in deciding who stays and who ultimately receives the proposal. Translation: reality television is becoming even more interactive. The audience isn't just watching. The audience is becoming part of the show. And that's where things could get really messy. Because imagine thousands of people voting somebody out because they don't like their outfit. Imagine viewers breaking up a couple. Imagine the internet deciding who gets married. Reality television producers have officially discovered the most powerful cast member of all. The comment section. Fire final thoughts. Somebody pass the popcorn. Reality TV is alive, loud, chaotic, emotional, ridiculous, and sometimes genuinely heartbreaking. 1 minute we're laughing because Teresa and Vicky are arguing in a van. The next we're discussing a MAFS breakup. Then we're preparing for the Love Island USA reunion. Then Bravo drops another rumor. Then somebody gets dragged on Instagram. Then an old cast member suddenly appears. Then somebody says they're protecting their peace. And 5 minutes later they're on a podcast explaining exactly why they're not protecting their peace. That's reality television. You can't make this stuff up. Well, actually, sometimes you probably can. But that's another conversation. The real question is, who is going to bring the biggest mess to the next reunion? Will RHONJ finally deliver the old-school family drama fans have been waiting for? Will Love Island USA contestants expose what happened after the cameras stopped rolling? Will MAFS fans ever believe the experts know what they're doing? Will Bravo find its next breakout franchise? And most importantly, who is going to accidentally expose themselves in the group chat? Because let's be honest, Reality TV doesn't really end when the episode ends. The reunion is only the beginning. Loudspeaker, your turn. What reality TV show are you watching right now? Housewives, Love Island, Married at First Sight, Below Deck, Summer House, The Traitors, something completely different. Drop your favorite show and tell me WHO is the messiest cast member right now. And don't give me the diplomatic answer. We want the real answer. Like, I can't stand them but I watch every episode, real. Tears of Joy Popcorn. Comment, share, subscribe, follow, and send this to your favorite reality TV gossip partner. Because around here, we're not just watching the drama. We're watching the watchers watch the drama. And honey, the tea is still hot.